Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we're doing this again.
We are.
And do you remember what happened
Uh,
last time?
you had to fight a guy and then ended up in uh, Albion.
We were in jolly old London.
Yeah, and you're still doing a shit job here as well.
Shut up.
I mean, it's true though.
Yeah. Um, well, let's see if we can get some upgrades. We can.
Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Would you like a topic?
Yeah, why not?
Yes. Well, there's all sorts of reasons why you might not want to. We had the Pope's funeral
Yes, we did.
since we
Christ,
last
that went on
recorded.
for a while, didn't it?
But I know I didn't watch it.
All right.
I had better things to do. In
Well,
all honesty.
did you? Did you?
Well, it's not like it's going to be the last one I ever see, is it?
Well, no. You'll catch
The
the
person
net.
they're going
You'll
to
what?
pick's
You'll
going to
just
be
watch the
like
next one.
70.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If I get to like 50,
No.
60 and then having one, then fair enough, I might watch it. But until then, and yeah, if I get to 49 years old and I have one, I will stand by that rule, but I'm not 50, 60 yet. And so I won't watch the damn thing. Yeah, was it any good or was it just boring?
Well, I tuned in every now and then, and I don't know whether it was just an issue with YouTube because it said it was live, but I don't know whether it was. And it was just,
It wouldn't have been completely live. There'd have been slight delays.
well, yeah, but they were every time I checked in, and this was like over the course of several hours, they were just carrying him around town, which I
I mean,
guess
there's a
is
lot of
like,
Rome to carry around in.
well,
And
yeah,
how often do you get a chance to carry a Pope around Rome?
that's
You're going to
true.
milk it for all it's worth, aren't you?
In fairness, they may have gotten lost.
Again, it's Rome.
When in Rome,
All roads lead there. It's bound to
well,
get
yeah, you're
confusing.
just going around in a fucking circle, aren't you?
Yeah, so.
3 hours.
And speaking of getting lost in a capital city, though,
Oh, well, we're done with the Pope's funeral.
well, unless you've got anything actually worth saying.
Um, well, Trump was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, people getting a bit antsy about his suit.
He wore a blue suit and sort of fell asleep.
I don't know about the falling asleep thing, but I saw people complaining about his blue suit.
He
And
looked bored
I don't.
as fuck.
I mean, were you bored when watching the bits you saw?
Well, I mean, if I was there, I think I would appreciate the fucking moment. And Macron refused to shake his
Okay,
hand.
well, people are pissy with him, aren't they? For various reasons, for good or bad.
What's a bad reason to be pissy with Trump? You don't like Trump's
Because of his
dates.
hair. Because of his hair.
Well, I mean, I make fun. Well,
It's not. It's not a valid reason to be pissy with him, is it?
I mean, depends what you mean by pissy.
Well, pissy enough to not
Do
shake
you
his hand.
bloody mind?
If someone refused to shake his hand because of their hair, I'd say that that's juvenile and
That is juvenile.
stupid.
Maybe he lost money at Trump University.
Who hasn't?
Uh,
Um, but yeah, people are kicking off because apparently you're meant to wear black suits. And you wore
yeah.
blue.
Biden went,
Uh,
which makes sense because he's Catholic.
yeah, yeah, sort of
Okay,
makes
I
sense
need
to
a
me.
bus or something.
I personally, I don't care about the suit color.
Hmm.
I'm not. I'm not fussed about it. Doesn't matter to me. Um, whilst we're on Trump, though, two things came out about Trump yesterday/today.
Well, he's replacing his defense guy, isn't he? Because
Yeah,
those
the guy that.
leaks.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily because of them, but we know it's because of them.
Yeah.
Officially, it probably isn't, but yeah, apparently he's going to become a UN ambassador or something. So
Lovely.
international secrets will be shared to journalists instead. Um, and then the other thing, he had an interview with ABC, I think it was.
Yeah, he's done a few of those sorts of interviews where they just sort of rip him apart, and the people who love him don't give a shit, and people who hate him already know it and are appalled.
The big issue for this one, from what I saw, is do you remember the tattoo of that on that black man's knuckles, the
I
MS-13 tattoo?
I don't remember it, but I saw it recently because of the interview. Please explain.
Yeah. Okay, so there's this bloke who they reckon is part of MS-13, which is a gang.
Yeah.
Um, and on his knuckles there are tattoos, which supposedly mean MS-13.
What's MS-13?
It's a gang.
All right.
So it's supposedly gang tattoos. They released pictures back at the time with um, of this man's knuckles, and they had the actual tattoos on his fingers underneath what they were actually tattoos of, and then above it, what initials from MS-13 those things meant.
Right.
So I can't remember. Without looking it up, I can't remember what they all were. But the point is that the only thing that's really there is tattoos, and then underneath it is an explanation of what the tattoos are of, and above it, again added to the picture afterwards, the letters MS-13.
Right.
In this interview, Trump is saying that this man had literally the characters MS-13 tattooed onto his fingers, despite the fact that the only picture anyone has seen of that being on there are the ones where it's literally photoshopped on as part of the.
You couldn't make it
People were
up.
joking at the time. People were joking at the time that maybe people think it means that because they've said it means that and they've included that, and maybe they're thinking that the photoshopped on image is the tattoo is clearly photoshopped on. And it turns out Trump, according to this interview, genuinely believes that those are real tattoos on his fingers and not been photoshopped. He says something like, you can't Photoshop that. It's like, you fucking can. I could Photoshop that. You don't even need Photoshop. You can do it in Paint.
See, the thing about Trump is he's such a known quantity, and the people who love him really fucking love him.
Yeah. But this man's gone to an El Salvador prison and apparently can't get back. You know, and they've been kicking all sorts of people out, and it's getting weird. I mean, there's a big thing. It's an awkward one, this, because they supposedly deported 2 American citizens that are like toddlers, along with their mothers. And the argument they said is that the mothers wanted the children to go with them, and so they sent the children with them because it's policy now to keep families together where possible. And so they didn't deport the kids; they allowed the parents to take the kids with them as the parents were being deported. And that's where it gets complicated because I'm all for families being kept together, and well, you know, it just makes sense, doesn't it, that the kids should be with the parents. But it's a bit of a dick move to evict someone who's got toddlers.
It is, yeah.
It's it's complicated, more complicated than it needs to be, and it shouldn't be that complicated at all.
No, it shouldn't be.
It should be nice and easy. But yeah, have you got any more Trump stuff before we move
on? No.
Okay. Speaking of getting lost in a capital city,
yeah,
there was a London Marathon.
Was there?
Yeah, at the weekend. Did you see any of it?
No, I know somebody whose partner ran 5 miles in 35 minutes. Is that good? I couldn't do it.
I mean, the 4-minute mile was a big thing at one point.
Yeah.
Right. Like that was when that record got broken. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. But like at this point, that's sort of old news.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure it is that big a deal.
All right, let's talk to this scumbag.
No disrespect to him, but when you're talking about compared to say a marathon, it's inconsequential. Because you get people running 26.2 miles in just over 2 hours. So they're doing they're doing 5 times the distance in less than 4 times the time. So you know. So yeah, screw them.
Well, I thought it was.
Yeah, impressive. I didn't follow any of it. Well, I mean, you don't know anything about marathons and sports and running, so fair enough. It is easy to impress the ignorant.
Bit of bleeding crumpet.
Ooh, a little bit of crumpet.
Oh no, I accidentally talked to him.
Who's he meant to be?
He's a guy. He's not important. He's just a generic.
He could have been called for shoes.
1960s London mod.
Fair enough.
Come on, load.
How have you decided what you're doing about your D&D?
Well, yeah. For those of you that don't know, I'm not going into details. There's been some work issues lately with other people.
Yep. Basically, he told someone to go fuck themselves, and now everyone didn't like it.
It's not quite that clear cut, but um,
Well, I was trying to be hyperbolic for the purposes of making you look like a dickhead, but you know. Oh,
yeah,
Pete Townsend.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I needs it.
yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm out, but the DM doesn't have the balls to tell me,
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
which is not pleasant.
No, that's not good, is it?
It's not a nice. It's not nice. Yes, we're
What the
replacing
fuck?
their addiction with religion.
That's helpful, considering religion is the opiate of the masses.
One, one. Let's take advantage.
Yeah.
Would you like one of my topics?
Well, I was just seeing where this goes before I carried on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, D&D's a bit
Yeah. Oh well.
down a bit at the moment.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. I keep
Uh,
thinking I should maybe get back into it, but it's one of those.
oh.
I've got other shit I need to sort out as well.
Oh no, we have to take them all home. Okay.
Unfortunate. On the topic of Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
I started a new TV series.
Did you?
You just said the word TARDIS.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yeah, I started a new TV series. It's called Delicious in Dungeon. Have you heard of it?
It's called what? Delicious in Dungeon.
Yep.
No, is it naughty?
No, 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 no. I wouldn't say it's naughty. There's a few
Not wrong button.
awkward bits, but it's not naughty. The premise is that these people are in a dungeon that is. It comes across as a Dungeons and Dragons style situation, um, and they ran out of resources after losing a fight,
Yeah.
and so they are in the process of using food made from monsters that they defeat
Yeah.
to to sustain themselves while they prowl about in the dungeon.
Huh.
Because they're trying to save one of them's sister who was eaten by a red dragon whilst they were in the dungeon in the fight they lost. So they're trying to save them.
Hmm.
But it's part fantasy Dungeons and Dragons show, part cookery show.
All right.
But there's only like 26, I think, 24, 26 episodes
Okay.
on
I
Netflix.
can't.
But
I
it's
can't get to that. Okay.
but I've been enjoying it. So learning how
Right.
to
Uh,
cook a basilisk or a cockatrice
have
or
to chat with the bazooka. Yeah. I mean, that sounds interesting. I guess.
yeah, I thought so. I've enjoyed watching it.
You ever read
It's
Mog
entertaining.
World?
No, I've listened to the others, like the We'll Save Galaxy for Food or whatever,
Yeah.
but I've not.
I did toy about ages ago, writing a book about a family who moved to a town and gradually realised that they're in a soap.
Oh yeah, that could be interesting.
I don't know where it would
The
go.
cameras would be a giveaway though.
Huh?
The cameras might be a giveaway.
Well, come on, you. Let's get you home.
Get yours off, love.
Wait, none of that, thank you.
Hang on,
What?
turn around. Why was that one on her knees on the left?
She's kneeling to the god of art voodoo.
Oh, that explains it. She looks a bit Spice Girl in the outfit. I forget which one it is.
Back to your boxes, love. Oh, okay.
Good God! Oh, okay. Wow. So yeah, I mean, I'm not one for recommending shows when I'm myself not one that really ends up watching the stuff people recommend me. But if you were inclined to get some D&D style entertainment, you could do worse than watching that.
I mean, I was watching Adventurers Nigh, which is the not escapist, the other thing. Got Yahtzee Crochet on it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it, but
Yeah,
honestly, I can't sort of bring myself to do it at the minute. But hey ho, life goes on.
It has to.
Yeah.
Lifegoeson.
What?
Life Goes On. It's a song by Lower and Whale, but it's Lifegoeson.
LIFGE, yes.
Because it's for letters. So they...
Righto, there's your boxes. Be a good chap. Sit down. Blah blah blah. Right. Okay.
Hey.
Cool, blimey. Let's have a go on this then, shall we, ball?
Show me one of your topics then.
Yeah, go on. Midsummer Murders.
Oh God, go on.
They're doing a stage play of the killings of Badger's Drift.
Oh really?
Yeah, which is the first episode. It's great. But that's interesting enough. But the more interesting thing is that the guy who's playing Barnaby is Daniel Casey, who played Troy, the underling, not underling, but second
Sidekick.
sergeant.
The person that needs the explanation so that we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Would you watch it?
Well, probably not.
Fair enough.
Let's ask another frivolous question.
Let's talk Doctor Who for a minute.
Okay.
Because it struck me that, well, I mentioned to you earlier this week about the whole real life events padding into episodes in ways that seemed a bit off.
Like COVID.
No. Specifically this season.
Like what?
Like the fact that the thing that happens to Earth happens on the 24th of May, which is the first of the final 2 episodes
Oh yeah.
release date, and the fact that the latest episode that we watched, which had a very alien vibe to it, was released on Alien Day, which is a promotional day for the Alien franchise,
Mm.
and the fact that the Eurovision style episode
He's on Eurovision.
is going to be going out on the same day as Eurovision.
Yeah.
And so that seems too coincidental to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence.
One's fine. I can.
The alien thing might be.
Two's question. I don't think. I think that's the one that made me think about it.
Mm.
Obviously, the 24th thing we were thinking about anyway. Because it came. I was talking about it being a bone of contention when it first happened in the first episode when it became apparent that's what was going to happen. The alien thing is what made me think that there's something more to this, and so I looked into it and saw that the Eurovision episode was on the Eurovision day. That's free. When you consider that the first episode was released on the anniversary of, no. The first episode certificate had the date that the Partners in Crime was released on it. Now, okay, fine, there's an argument, but if you go back so many years, there's a good chance you'll end up with a Doctor episode. But I don't know. It seems iffy.
Well, I think the alien thing might be a coincidence, but the last episode thing definitely isn't, and the other thing, Eurovision definitely isn't.
I would be inclined to accept that it's maybe just a coincidence overall, rather than obvious connection.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for one simple thing.
What?
I tried to put a post on Reddit about it.
Yeah.
On the Doctor Who subreddit.
Yeah.
And it never got approved.
Conspiracy.
Yeah. I just wonder, because it wasn't like I was slagging off anything. I said I'm not too sure how I feel about it. What does everyone else think? And I mentioned these other things. And then they never. I mentioned the occurrences where it's happened, and they didn't. No, it never got approved. I left it like 48 hours. It's not like other stuff got approved in that time.
Okay, you know for sure other stuff did.
Definitely other stuff got approved. Yes.
Okay. Ow.
So I can't see what's going on the screen, by the way. It's frozen on me.
Well, I'm killing police officers who are trying to destroy my turntable.
It's frozen for me shortly after you became the woman with the afro and the.
Oh god, that was ages ago.
Native American style. Well, that's the thing. It froze. Yeah. Oh, it's back now.
There we go. Look at all these bleeding coppers.
There's a lot of them. So yeah, I don't know. It's something I want to make a point of saying publicly before it becomes apparent that it's actually intentional, and it's going to be.
Well,
I spotted this thing.
It could be that there's a backlog, and they're working through the backlog, and the posts that are been approved are those that were submitted before yours was.
Possibly. Again, I know people had read it, and if it was only available to moderators, then the people who've read it, and there's about 20 odd views, they'd opted not to accept it. Right?
Yeah.
Someone saw it and they decided not to accept it.
Are you certain?
And it wasn't like I was being. Absolutely yes.
Right.
Absolutely. Because it wasn't publicly available, which means the only people who could have read it would be moderators on the subreddit. And again, if moderators have looked at it and they have not approved it, there's a reason for that. And I don't think there's any justifiable reason in the content of the post itself unless they're hiding something. Because I've seen all sorts of crazy ass crap on there that gets put through. It's not like it's.
Oh no, I'm in a restricted area.
Yes,
Yeah.
if it ends up being a thing.
Ah.
If it ends up being a thing, I called it.
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious that a lot of it is intentional.
Okay.
You know, does this theory have a sort of end point? Is it building to something, or is it
Well,
just
I
shit
mean,
you've noticed?
it's something I've noticed, and obviously the final episode comes out on my birthday.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You're Mrs. Flood.
I couldn't possibly confirm or deny anything.
Oh no!
Twirly moustache.
Hello, I'm here at the happening.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then?
Poor Blommy. Look a bit like Richard Keel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess you can't do this while disguised as a police officer, which makes complete sense.
It's unfortunate.
Right, I'll be back in another body. Wait there.
Keep dancing.
Right, chaps, I'm back. And chapesses.
Speaking of Doctor Who, actually, this weekend,
Yeah.
I am busy until I'm busy with my partner until 3 Saturday.
Ah.
I'll then, on the way home, do the shopping.
Yeah.
Which means I should be home about 4,
Yeah.
able to watch it then.
Yeah.
And so I could start about 5.
That's okay. I'll probably watch it earlier. I don't mind.
That's fine. Just let me know. There's another games night in our server at 7. But I said I don't know if I'm available because I don't know what time we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
And there's also a Formula One sprint race Saturday evening
Uh,
in Miami, which I could stream to you if you wanted to watch it.
um. No, thank
If you
you.
wanted to watch a bit of Formula One with your best bud,
Oh God. You
we can
say
understand
that,
why.
but I'm going to expose you now in front of the people at home. You've been speaking a lot more to those people on your girlfriend's Discord than you have to me recently.
Not you.
You're always playing
It's
Pokemon and talking about the weather and whatnot.
I'm catching the Pokemon because no one else is catching them, and B, you're as available. Like the fact that you're available, you're not engaging with me there. It's not on my fault. And you sort of didn't really say an awful lot when I messaged you about the Doctor Who thing,
What Doctor Who thing?
about the dates thing.
Oh yeah, that. Did you message me about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
So don't get to come at
Oh
me and
no,
say,
I
oh, you
did.
really
Well,
want to know
yeah,
stuff.
but that's I remember that. That's because I. It's not like hidden. The alien thing is, but I. Yeah.
I don't know. You didn't really say an awful lot about it.
Well,
I got the impression you didn't really want to talk that much.
yeah. Sorry, I just didn't really have much to
Fine.
say, and I don't really have a way to say. I don't have a lot to say.
I just say I don't have a lot to say about that.
Okay.
Well, you know.
So I guess the purpose of playing the record was to draw a crowd so we could convert them. Anyway, one of my topics, methinks.
Yeah, go on.
Um, shall we talk about rape?
We have to.
Well, it happened in a Star Wars.
I've not seen it. Don't spoil me.
Oh shit. Okay, well we'll leave that then.
But it's a thing that happened, and some people are uncomfortable about it, and some people are saying it shouldn't have happened, and all sorts of that. But I've not seen it. I don't understand context very much
Well,
from
we'll
it.
we'll talk about it when you do.
It'll be after Doctor Who, I think. So I'll be waiting till the season's up, and then I'll be watching it.
Um,
I'll be binging it.
um, deleted scenes.
Yeah.
I wondered what your thoughts on deleted scenes were. Is that scenes that either deleted scenes you wish were in the film, or scenes you feel should have been deleted?
I'm in favour of deleted scenes in both contexts.
Mm,
I feel like sometimes deleted scenes can add a lot to a film or TV show.
yeah.
I am particularly fond of the deleted scenes from the Scooby Doo movie.
Okay.
Although that is primarily because Linda Cardellini is in a bikini in some of them.
Okay.
Um,
You are
so you know,
so predictable.
look, I'm open about what I like.
Linda cardiovascular or whatever. Cardellini cardigan.
Cardellini, and she does often wear a cardigan. To be fair.
Sexy.
Oh, that's reminded me. I need to turn my I need to change my calendar.
Oh.
I got a Linda Cardellini calendar. May it is.
Right.
It's not a sexy calendar. Before you
Mm.
think of what, it's just.
I'm a lady. Don't call me brother. Um, are there any scenes you think should have been deleted?
Probably, but none immediately come to mind.
Well, there's a scene in Jurassic Park: The Lost World where we're introduced to Roland Tembo. That's great. And the obvious one is the end of well, it's really more of an alternative ending. I Am Legend, where he
Okay.
realizes he's the monster all along.
Isn't that yeah? Because isn't that the way that the Europeans wanted it to end, and the Americans wanted a bit more optimism?
Well, that wouldn't surprise me if that was the case.
Because Americans can't handle a depressing ending, can they?
So the theatrical release has him blowing himself up and sacrificing himself fighting the monsters, and in
Yeah.
the other ending, the monsters just want to get their friend back, and he's the creature that haunts their nightmares,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
And reasonable. Also, I do find that from what I remember of the visuals of monsters,
Yeah.
quote unquote, in that film, they're very similar to the look of the robots from My Robot.
Uh, well, they're sort of bold and creepy.
Yeah, it's in my head they're very similar looks.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hang on, is that one of the Beatles?
Oh,
It's more like one of the Beatles than those Doctor Who actors.
yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know what pisses me off about pictures of the Beatles?
What?
They're never in order.
What is the order?
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Why not Ringo, George, Paul, and John?
It just doesn't flow as well. John, Paul, George, and Ringo flows.
Hmm. I don't know how Crypto knows this because this is the present day for him. You there?
Yeah, I was reading. I was listening to him. Get on with it, Ringo.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned nightmares in that, and at the very end of the very first video, we talked about nightmares.
Hmm.
Well, I had a nightmare last night.
Oh, was it me?
Nope. We've got an audit starting now at
Hmm.
work, and I hate audit season. It's the most biggest pain in the ass because for
Hmm.
anyone who isn't aware, an audit is basically people coming in and checking that you've done your jobs properly.
Hmm.
Effectively, boil it down, that's what it is. And sadly, I've been there quite a long time now, which means that I'm one of those people who gets roped into actually helping sort the audit out.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
Bit annoying.
they are
It's not been
annoying.
quite so bad. It's not been so bad today, but it starts next week.
Hmm.
I genuinely dreamt, and you got to understand that none of this is in any way reflective of what I actually do for a job.
Yeah.
But I dreamt that my team, that is the team that I am part of, not the team of the people under me or anything, but the team that I'm in,
Yeah.
and the financial director and our office managers were all in a boardroom meeting together, discussing the various properties of McDonald's burgers
Oh
because I
God.
needed to give a presentation to the auditors about it and how it was relevant to our work. Reminder: it isn't in any way, shape, or form. The closest it gets is sometimes if there's a major thing going on and we're going in early, someone will swing by McDonald's for breakfast for us.
Hmm.
Like, because we're not that far from it in terms of, we're like a mile and a half away from a McDonald's and it's on a road, so
Yeah.
it's not far. Um, but it doesn't. It's not relevant in any way, shape, or form. Um, and the thing that woke me up, I think, was the cat. But the part of the dream that I'd last experienced before I escaped it, was someone had picked up my page with notes on it to read it out,
Yeah.
and it said something along the lines of medium drink, great as a small refreshment, an accompaniment to a meal, or a nice treat.
Oh God.
But the trouble is, I'm the only kind of person that would make actual proper meeting notes.
Yeah.
We had a meeting last week or the week before about a new system that's getting put in place. Like a proper, this is a major change to the way we operate as a business,
Hmm.
right? In terms of our financial situation. Can't go into too much detail about it. But like, genuinely, it's a big deal. And only two of us actually made any proper notes about it.
Yeah.
And there were like six of us in the meeting.
Well, I
Now,
don't.
okay, fine. Two of those six have been part of all the other meetings that have taken place about it, and so it's less important that they take notes in this one. But still,
Hmm. I mean, I rarely make notes in meetings. I will note stuff down if I absolutely have to remember it verbatim, you know, or instructions on how to do something. But a lot of the time, I just
if
soak it in.
I summarize it for purposes of jotting it down later, and I'm very aware that no one else is going to learn it quite as well as I will, no matter what I do.
Mm,
And so, there's a reason I'm the expert in the way that we do things at the moment,
mm,
because A, I've been doing it a long time, and B, because I fucking learned. I paid attention to it, or everything that I needed to know.
yeah. I think we have a bit of a
I'm
problem.
doing a lot. What?
Well, we have to kill the pirate radio DJ because he's got some of our records that we can persuade these hippie assholes to get in on. And he's broadcasting at the minute. I think we have to listen to what he's saying to find where he is. Could you Google it?
No.
I Googled that stuff on how to get past the dog for you.
Yeah, and I've googled stuff for you previously.
Uh-huh. Oh, DJ. Uh
I'm covering a lot of people over the next week or so as well.
huh.
As a holidays. So like yesterday, sorry, not yesterday, today, someone was off, so I was covering their work. And then tomorrow I've got 3 people off, so I'm covering their work. Next week, someone's off all week, and then someone's off Tuesday, Wednesday, so we'll be covering for them.
Oh, I don't know where this guy is.
What's the triangle that's flashing on your map?
That's a data core for something else.
Okay. You just have to listen to it, wouldn't you?
Well, I can't very well do that with you prattling on.
Well, if you tell me to shut up, I'll shut up.
Shut up. You there?
It's just music anyway. No, see, that's why I can't shut up. Is because I'll shut up for it, and you'll be like, oh, you there. I'm doing some bloody time without you getting.
Hmm. I think he's in the park.
Okay. Big old park.
This is the park.
That's a niche reference.
It is. I'm glad you got it too. Oh, he's in Soho.
How do you know?
Because Soho's flashing.
Oh, okay. I bet you just barge into a copter like that.
I'll do it again.
Well,
Watch. Watch, I'll do it again. There you go.
you bloody copper. You're going to need to change bodies again in a moment.
Mm.
So a bunch of people are getting inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
If I were to ask you who, would you know the answer?
Willie Nelson.
No, not this year. Anyone else?
Bono.
Nope.
Mick Jagger.
Nope.
Celia Imrie.
Nope.
No, I don't know.
It's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, to be clear.
I know.
So, you know. Bad Company.
Yep.
Chubby Checker.
Oh, that's a long while coming.
Joe Cocker.
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Outcast.
Yeah.
Soundgarden.
Yeah.
And the White Stripes. White Stripes, sorry. Very, very big news. People who are not getting inducted this year.
Yeah.
Oasis.
Oh, yeah.
It caught my attention. That's why I looked at the article in the first place.
Hmm. I like
So,
Oasis.
they're all right. They've got their moments, but you know. There's also been a bit of a legal thing about the Sycamore Gap tree, hasn't there?
Yes.
Yes, a trial going on for people to cut that down. Did any of that catch your attention at all?
Well, they had video footage because they filmed themselves
Yes.
doing it.
The fools. Have you seen the footage? Is that a thing that you're able to watch?
No, I've seen stills from it. It looks very black and white and grainy.
Yeah. The thing that caught my attention is that apparently, like 1:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
one of them's girlfriend sent them a video of her feeding their baby,
Yeah.
and right after he replied, "I've got a better picture. Sorry, I've got a better video than that." And she said, "I bet you have." And I was wondering, was she flirting?
Well, I just thought it was a bit shitty of them to say that about their kid. But I think you may be right.
Like,
Trust
if
you
my
to
partner,
notice that.
if I, well, that's the thing. It's how I would interact with my partner in that circumstance.
Mm.
Not necessarily like if she sent me a video of something,
Yeah.
or if I sent her a video of something and she said, "I've got a bit of video of it now," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I bet you have." Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's just how my brain works,
I
and I
would
just
have
feel like there's a
said,
possibility that that's
is it that one of the horse what sort of flips upside down? That's a good one. You seen that?
no.
It's crazy. All these horses, or cows, I think it's cows, in like a stable. And then one of them just sort of flips. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Gets caught on something. Anyway, continue.
He definitely said TARDIS again, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah, no, I don't know what I was going to go with that, but I feel it seemed like flirting to me. It came across like it might have been flirting. I wanted to mention it because, you know,
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think they want hanging for doing
the
that.
the stance in the group chat is somewhat less serious about it. One of the lads is like, "Why does it fucking matter?"
Because it was a beautiful tree and you can't vandalise fucking national property.
I know.
This ain't just a social call, is it? I'm afraid not. I'm relieved to see you, sir. The Soviets appear to be up to some mischief.
Bloody
What
Ruskies.
kind of mischief are we talking about? Because if she says she's 18, you can't just call her a liar.
Ooh.
No. The Soviet ambassador is throwing a party for the opening of an exhibit.
Would you like my final topic?
Frankly, it's making me a bit
Yeah,
nervous.
you got it.
Mushroom poisoning.
VIPs are in attendance.
Yes, that's a trial that's going on as well, isn't it?
Yeah, some charges have been dismissed, and she's pled not guilty. But apparently, she ate from a different
Yep.
coloured plate to everyone else, which isn't exactly a smoking gun, but it's intriguing.
Mm.
She could get away with it. I don't know. Maybe she didn't do anything. Maybe it was all
Oh,
just a tragic, stupid accident.
yeah, it is very possible that this is one of those circumstances. It's interesting to me that they got her estranged husband to testify.
Mm.
It's like, well, there's a reason that he's estranged.
Yeah.
Apparently, he reckoned that it wasn't often that there'd be family gathering at the home.
Well, what's her motive? Although I think I read they motive isn't particularly important in this.
I feel like it probably is.
I mean,
It absolutely is because what they're trying to prove is intent.
well, yeah.
So you have to have motive to justify intent. I have the means to kill someone. It doesn't mean that I'm going to do it.
Well,
It doesn't mean I did it.
means, motive, and opportunity are not good for court cases. I read a great book called Popular Crime by Bill James. Went over this.
Mm.
He said that he made the case that God, I need a fancy disguise. There's just prostitutes. I don't want a prostitute. Yeah, he said, imagine it's the case of the missing watermelon, and
Mm.
fuck's sake, of course I failed. I killed him, but and he's accused. Did he have the motive? Well, yes, he likes watermelon and he's hungry. Did he have the means? Yeah, he's got a bit of money. Did he have the opportunity? Well, yeah, there's a shop just down the corner, and he can walk there. But that doesn't prove he did it. That's not evidence. Evidence would be like a half-eaten watermelon in his bin or a receipt or something. You know?
What did you? Hey, what's the crime here that he's potentially got means motive and opportunity for?
Watermelon eaten.
Okay, so I'm just a bit confused when you started talking about him buying it.
Watermelons.
Okay. I think if you're going to try and call it murder, you have to prove intent, and intent requires motive.
True that.
That's all I'm
Fuck
getting
you,
at.
you ran over me. Let's be a pretty middle-class lady. Oh.
Okay.
Oh no. It's that strange gas we found in San Francisco. Bay City.
Not in San Fran. Not in Frisco.
Let's turn them into monsters.
Good God, not again. It's all kicking off, bro. Good God, they've got her all out of proportion.
Yeah. Her back must be killing her.
Yeah. Bless her. Poor Russian woman.
Her name is Natalia.
Yeah, I could be honest. I mean, realistically, odds are if she's if she's a Russian female in a video game and or movie, odds are her name's Natalia.
Yes.
Like, it's just the way it is. I'd be surprised if her last name isn't Romanov.
No, it's something else. I can't remember.
Oh well, I'm surprised.
Thanks, Cupcake. Always nice to meet a chick who can handle her guns. You got a name?
The name is Natalia. I'm here to help you, spaceman.
Oh no, let me find the
Mister, what the? Does everybody
Uh,
on this dismal
Russian,
freaking island know who I am?
someone, yeah, in Red Alert.
Oh, so you work for
See, what's her name?
Yet. Although after this little incident, I may have to ask him for a job. I work for the Komitet Gosudarbstvennoy Bezopeznosti.
She's KGB.
You make pasta?
I'm a secret agent with the KGB.
Oh yeah, or Sophia is a popular name.
Secret agent, huh? Cause I got a package that needs delivering. Your eyes only, dig?
These passers-by seem fairly unperturbed by those dead policemen and an alien and that cat suit.
Ooh, I think I'm in love.
Yeah.
The KGB? Are you yanking me? Oh, for crying out loud. You're not gonna try to assassinate me, are you? Cause I'm a little winded. I could use a second.
Don't be ridiculous. The fact is, I'm not very popular in Moscow at the moment. I'm as patriotic as the next coldly beautiful Russian female, but something's changed in the Kremlin.
Must be boiling in it.
Are you hot
No,
now?
it's London, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
I am. I'm a bit warm, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in my pants.
Yeah, at least I kept my shorts on as well.
What
Take
the
'em
hell
off.
do you think was in those statues?
No,
Do it.
filthy pervert.
Take them
getting
off.
undressed.
Take them off.
Ben,
What?
no.
Sounds tasty.
I respect your
Jesus
decisions.
Christ.
That's fine. You don't have to.
Very forceful of you.
Sorry, sorry.
Were you trying a bit?
What?
What is it?
Were you trying for a bit?
What do you mean a bit?
Like some sort of joke that you had in
No,
mind?
no, no.
You just wanted me naked, is that what it is?
Oh, why? Well, it's very warm.
Yeah, but it's not that warm.
All
You
right,
wanna
keep
just
your
do it
clothes
just
on.
'cause you said.
All right, keep your clothes on. Man, doesn't matter. Chill out.
Crazy ass fool.
Chill out.
Crazy ass fool.
Just chill out.
Mm. She needs to put more clothes on.
Huh?
She needs to put more modest clothes on.
That's a bit judgmental. I think a woman should
It's
be
the
allowed to
60s,
wear
man.
whatever she wants.
Look, in that place, she's either going to be really hot or really cold.
I think it's
It's
probably
too tight for
mild.
good moving. Ah, yes, Budgemoy. Talking about a Soho.
Well, they've got more spores, and we've got to deal with the ones in the park, and she's going to deal with the ones in Soho.
I was paying attention.
Do you know what would be really quite useful?
If you had a better gun.
Au contraire. Well, actually, no, you're kind of right. You know where we can get a better gun?
Would it probably be if you managed to get your spaceship?
Yeah.
However, would I possibly have guessed such a thing? Aren't I so good at guessing these things?
Okay.
Good God, it's like that Hitman episode all over again.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Everyone had to get killed because you bad at dealing with infections. Death free. What happens if you dunk them in the river?
They just die.
Okay, so aren't you picking up a jug and doing that then?
Well, bit of a way.
I mean, they're hiding here.
Yeah, I think it's glitched out again.
Don't know.
We'll circle back.
Is it possible that you can't spawn them in if you're in your ship?
I've done it before. It just... Oh, you can abduct them. Which achieves nothing.
I mean, it's cleared them off your map.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we're walking.
Bless you, having to do things the proper way.
You got any more topics?
No, not really.
Well, shall we do our predictions for next week?
All right, then let me get a page ready. All right, then. Prediction. I would like to veto a particular type of prediction, and I will let you veto a particular type of prediction too.
Okay.
No celebrity deaths.
Okay, I don't really have anything I want to veto.
You don't have to. I'm just saying. I don't think either of us should include that
Why not?
this time.
Because it's
Well,
distasteful.
it's such a wide thing, isn't it? But you know, it's every week something's going to come up like that. It's a gimme.
Hmm.
What predictions you got?
Oh, I forgot to say, I watched a documentary.
Oh, what really?
Yeah, about the Long Island serial killer. He's a really fucked up monster.
Oh yeah.
And I hope he goes to prison, and I think he will. I was following that right from the beginning, you know. Well, not right from the beginning, but when it became clear that there was a serial killer, I got interested in it. It was like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, I don't know. It was wild.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
God, is that a hearse?
Yes. For secret people, the KGB sure do drive conspicuous vehicles. Yes, I will predict.
Remember, Conclave doesn't start until the 7th.
I will predict that. There'll be big royal family news.
How big are we talking?
Not
Because we
break.
already had some big news this week
What was it?
about Andrew being connected to a PPE company.
Oh.
I got a thing. It was big enough that it got a news alert.
Oh.
I mean, I'll put big royal news.
Yeah.
I still think his cancer's flared up again. Personally, big royal. Do Zvedania, comrade. I think that there will be I don't know.
It's difficult out of
It's
the
hard,
depths,
isn't
isn't it?
I think a celebrity feud is going to kick off.
Okay. I think there will be I think the local elections will see I think Nigel Farage will hail the Reform Party results in the local election as proof of his party's success or something along those lines. He'll make a statement celebrating it as a huge victory.
I think it's worth noting that no matter what the results say, he'll do that.
Yeah, it's an easy win.
I feel like it's a bit cheap.
Okay. Oh, God.
I think Trump and Musk are going to publicly fall out.
I think there will be a very, very big viral video.
How big are we talking?
I'm talking big enough that if you asked at the end of the year, that would be something people mentioned.
All right. I mean, we can't judge that now, but I'll put it down for you.
Okay. Good.
Apparently, Reform are sounding upbeat in Runcorn and Helsby.
Who are?
Reform are sounding upbeat in Runcorn and Helsby. I don't know. I think there will be a crash in the Miami Grand Prix that results in 2 cars retiring from a race.
Okay. I think that. A former prime minister will make the news.
Okay. Are we discounting if they have been reported for making a comment on something?
No, we're not discounting that.
Oh well, I mean, fucking.
Well, how
You
often
see,
do
you
they?
see,
How
you
often do they do that?
more often than you think. Blair was talking about something the other day.
I don't know, man. It's really
Brown comes on
difficult.
sometimes. I know. I'm in the same situation.
Okay, there'll be a YouTuber scandal.
Oh man, that's vague as well. But
Okay, I'm a big YouTuber will have some sort of major shocking scandal.
okay. I suspect that the Ukraine ceasefire, which is supposed to start on the 8th of May, isn't going to go ahead. That will be the same day we record next week.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect it will either be called off or just won't. It'll be disputed that it's actually happening because missiles will still getting fired or whatever. Okay.
Okay. How many have I had?
Okay. Well, if we're counting the PM thing, 4
We're not counting the PM thing.
or 3 then. I wrote it down.
What have I got so far?
Hang on, hang on. You've got a big viral video.
Yeah.
You've got big royal news, and you've got a YouTuber scandal.
Okay.
A big YouTuber scandal.
Um. You didn't put the thing about Nigel Farage.
No,
What?
because
Okay.
it's not. It doesn't matter what result they get. He will play it up as good news. He's in the Trump style of politics, isn't he? Where
Yeah,
everything's a
is...
success. Now, he could get shot and die, and then he'd still make a comment about it being a great success.
Yeah.
Okay, somehow he would still make. Somehow Farage would return.
Yeah. You really don't like that man, do you?
I can't fucking stand him.
Uh. I think we'll have another day that beats heat records.
Okay. Heat record broken. Seems reasonable to me.
Well, it may piss it down.
Anything could happen. I've not caught any of the forecast. I barely know what it's been doing today, and I was in it. I suspect there will be news of a credible terrorist threat being thwarted.
Okay. Um.
That's my 5, by the way.
Okay. Have I got one more?
Yeah.
More Harry Potter casting news.
Okay. Just in general, or
Just in general.
okay. I don't hold out much hope for you, to be honest, but we'll see.
Okay.
I hope this is the week where a Bond film announcement gets made, though.
Well, maybe not. We may well revisit that.
We'll see.
But with our predictions now set in stone, is it perhaps
In paper.
in paper
With ink.
with ink? Is it perhaps now time to bid our viewers a fond farewell?
Is there anything fond about it?
Right.
Aye. He's still blowing shit up.
Yeah.